People insist on marketing. And the reason they insist on it is that it's impossible for us to know in advance. We don't know if the movie's any good until after we've seen it. We don't know if the book's any good until after we've read it. We don't know if the freelancer can help us until after she's done her work. We can't know. So we have to invest time and energy and attention and money to find out. Maybe there's a shortcut, and in fact there is. The shortcut is brand, is the promise. That what marketers do is they make a promise to people, a very specific one, or an emotional one, or a general one, or a subtle one, but it's a promise nonetheless. And the promise is, if you keep going down this road, if you investigate this further, if you send me money, if you engage with us, you will get something in return. That promise could be something super specific. Give the ice cream man a quarter, he will give you a popsicle. That's a promise we learned when we are 4. If you give the ice cream man a quarter and he doesn't give you a popsicle, it's going to take a really long time for him to regain your trust. And all the promotions in the world aren't going to help because he broke his promise. So our challenge in analyzing our brand, in analyzing how we go to market, isn't to be clear with ourselves about why we do this, to be clear with ourselves about the problem we see, to be clear with ourselves about what we make. The challenge is to be clear with other people. What's the promise we're making? And it turns out in marketing that the promises that last, that scale, that are magical, aren't super specific. They're not particularly complicated. They're visceral. They get to our heart. I promise this will make you feel like you are part of something. I promise that this will help you understand that you're capable of making a difference. I promise that this will ease the fear of imminent death. I promise that this will reassure you. We don't use those words, but we act that way in everything we do. So as you start down this road, you have to be super clear. What is the promise you are making? Most freelancers make a promise that sounds like this. I promise I will do my best. Basically, it's a job without a boss. Hire me to work on this and I promise I will do my best. Well, everyone else is making the same promise. That doesn't really do you a lot of good. But if you're a logo designer with talent who specializes in an industry, who's earned a reputation, the promise is more like, I promise that working with me will be a process you can brag about to your boss. I promise that when you tell other people that I did your logo, they will look at you with approval in their eyes. I promise that you will not end up holding the bag, disappointed, and having to start over. Those promises matter an awful lot to the certain kind of person in a business setting compared to, I promise I will do my best. Just got off the phone with an insurance company on a claim for a book that got lost. And the woman on the phone said, look, it's on page 7 of the terms and conditions. So the promise the insurance company is making is really simple. We promise to uphold the strict letter of the intent of this document, period. We don't care about you. We're not going to explain anything to you. The rules are the rules. That's their promise. And they are intent on keeping their promise every single day. And at least they're consistent. So at least we know. So your challenge going into this, first start with somebody else's brand, then you can start with yours. What's the promise that you are making? So there are the 3 pieces. Who's it for? What change you're trying to make? And what's your promise? When I see you, when I hear about you, when there's an inkling, when someone refers to you, what do they tell me? What's your promise? Are you keeping it? What does it mean to over-deliver on that promise? What happens when you don't? Can you make up for it? Is your promise too big? Because when your promise is too big, you're disappointing people and that hurts. Is your promise too small? Is it too specific? You can go really far in this direction. Understanding what do people need and how can you promise it to them. Thanks.